What's good, y'all? Marion Gates, also known as Phenomenon. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment, like, and if you really enjoy my content, share it.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James,
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron.
So, for the longest time, I believed that Michael Jordan was the greatest player ever. I have watched his games. I have went back through history and seen him play. Reviewed games from the 90s and his playoff runs and 80s. Seen his highlights. Dude, it's not even arguable how great his mid-range is. His post game. His fadeaway jumper. His ability to control his body in the air. His ability to finish with both hands equally efficiently. Like he's an incredible player. His drive, his will to win. Not to mention the accomplishments. Defensive Player of the Year, 10 scoring titles, 6 finals MVPs, 6 championships, 5 regular season MVPs, 6 finals MVPs. Did I say that already? Anyway, you get the point. This dude has accomplished so many things. 9 all defensive first teams. Dude is incredible. And he probably would have accomplished more if he hurt his ankle and didn't retire from the game. But he still has an incredible career. You cannot deny that Jordan, even if you don't think he's the best, he's definitely one of the best. Easily. But after doing my research on LeBron, I must have missed something. I come to y'all humbly and say, LeBron is the greatest player to ever play the game. Because he be playing the hell out of y'all fanboys. Oh my goodness. Bill Bellamy would be proud. This dude is a player. If you want to say that, his manipulation skills are A1. I ain't never seen nobody be able to manipulate people and play. You talking about being a player. What, you all talking about basketball? Nah, but we gonna take a look at some of LeBron James' greatest excuses and how he's able to just rewrite narratives in such a beautiful way. I've never seen anything like it. In the words of Sid Bayless, I've never seen anybody that's able to play people the way that LeBron does. Because he could just sit there and just lie straight through his teeth, and people will believe it. Let's take a look.
What's the challenge mentally and emotionally after you lose such a heartbreaking game?
I mean, yeah, of course it's a heartbreaking game. You don't ever want to lose in that fashion. I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest. I think I said it this year or last year, whatever. D-Lo clearly gets hit in the face on a drive. Replay center is going to go. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me. It bothers me. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question, but that shit is like.
Leave it to LeBron to talk about replay centers. I'm sorry not to answer your question. The misdirection of it all. Is anything ever this guy's fault?
It's not your fault. What? It's not your fault. I know. It's not your fault. I know. No, don't do this to me, man. Not you, man. It's not your fault. Screw you. Cut it out, man. It's not your fault. Why is it so hard? I didn't know it was going to be so hard.
Is anything ever this guy's fault? This is not going to be the only time he talk about the refs, because it can't be LeBron. Impossible. His skills are immaculate. In his mind, he's flawless. I did everything I was supposed to do on the court. I always made the right basketball play. You heard him. I always made the right basketball play. So, of course, it can't be LeBron's fault. It can't be. Impossible. Impossible. This man. Let's continue.
Obviously, my first year in Miami, yeah, we had a big three. And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys, which was still okay, but we didn't fill out the complimentary guys enough. Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, you know, but we didn't have enough as far as enough complementary guys to actually make it all work. And we still made it to the finals. And we still probably should have won the finals, but I still give credit to you. Listen, it is what it is.
So this one, this man, the little engine that could, he loves to go to that. You know, for us, you know, we were top heavy as bleep. You know, me, Wade, Bosch.
It is not enough to succeed.
And, you know, we had Mario Chalmers.
It is not enough.
You know, some other guys, some other minimum guys. Udonis Haslem.
It is not enough.
Ilgauskas from our Cleveland team.
It is not enough.
You know, when we had a great record together, great rapport, but
it is not enough to succeed. Others must fail.
I know I came out the stage like the Brood with my buddies Wade and Bosch, but you know, I just looked at it. It was like not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. I don't even know why I said that. And I'll be looking at him like, bruh, you said these things. You sit there and you were so confident that y'all can win 7 championships, 8 championships. You was gonna win 8 championships with this team, but you didn't have the minimum guys. Did you not know that? Did you not understand that before you made that comment? Like, you were so arrogant. You came out there and told the world this team was so good that you guys was gonna win 8 championships together.
Hey, and when I say that, I really believe it.
And you really believed it. You said that. So which is it, LeBron? You really believed it, or you didn't have the pieces? You didn't have the minimum guys? Because who does that? Who sits there and is so confident and that you proclaim you're going to win all these championships, and then you turn around and act like it's a miracle that you made it to the finals when you teamed up with one of the best players in the East, one of the top players in the league at the time, and Wade. You took Bosch from the Raptors and you left the Cleveland Cavaliers. So who was gonna face you? Who was your competition? Because the Cleveland Cavaliers was the top team, which you on it the year before. Wade made the playoffs, was 5th seed year before. Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Which is it, bruh? Which one do you really believe? Because you said you really believed y'all was gonna win all those championships. But then when you fall short, now all of a sudden you didn't have the minimum guys?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It is so apparent that no matter what you did, we just had an advantage.
Yeah. Never practiced anything besides 2 bigs, a point guard, a small forward, and a shooting guard. And then, fuck, you guys win. And it's like, we've geared up all, you know. We had Big Z, Anderson Varejao, myself, Delonte, and Mo Williams.
It is not enough to succeed.
I mean, you guys are out there with Dwight, Rashard, Hedo, Jameer,
Pietrus, Courtney Lee.
You guys are out there with like what the league is to now.
That is so unfair.
Looking back on that team that I think was so important, because I talk about this all the time now, Jameer Nelson could shoot threes out of pick and roll.
Yeah.
LeBron James IQ, man, like, it's legendary. I've heard so many stories of how this man can just remember plays from 10 years ago, play by play, what happened, who was in what spot, where, and all that things. And JJ Redick, he's just such a basketball historian. Like, both of these guys just know their history of the game. Both of them just basketball geniuses, and just sitting here talking so much knowledge of basketball that fans are just blown away. They really just know history. Too bad you don't know your own history, because Jamil didn't even play that series. What are y'all talking about? These dudes don't know. These dudes just say anything, and fanboys eat it up. This is why it's important, LeBron, to get past the first page of a book. This is why it's important. You can't just take pictures with books and all of a sudden you got the knowledge.
I have a photographic memory.
I don't know why people think this. People believe a picture. Just look at this man. He's reading all these books. He got to be smart. This man reads books and can't tell you anything from him. He can't tell you nothing from his own game, bro. Did you watch the series, or you just so focused on stroking up LeBron, JJ Redick, that you forgot? Here's a miracle, man. Look at the stats you put up. Those stats were incredible. Because our team, man, Jameer Nelson's his outside shot. It was so, we were inspired by it. We actually was watching him shoot, and that's how we was able to win that series. I know he didn't play, but in spirit, the spirit of Jameer Nelson was on us. So we was able to make our shots. Get out of here, dude. Y'all are jokes. Let's continue.
What was the injury you're dealing with?
The injury I was dealing with?
What do you mean by that?
I tore a tendon in my foot.
And that's normally longer than a 4-week recovery process.
It is.
When did you get a sense of you would have a plan to get you back faster than what the normal kind of routine is on that?
When the doctors told me I was healing faster than anybody they've seen before with the injury.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Did anyone ever suggest surgery?
Yeah, 2 doctors.
Why did you decide against it?
Because I went to the LeBron James of feet.
I smell bullshit.
And he told me I shouldn't.
Did any...
I'm not done. Nah. I'm not done.
Are you going to need surgery on this after this season?
I don't know. Right now I don't need it, so we'll see what happens. I'll probably get another MRI at the end of the season and go from there. But if I end up having to get surgery after the season, you guys won't know. I don't talk to you guys in the off season, and by the time next season starts, I'll be fine. I'll be ready to go.
What country is the LeBron James feet based in? What country is
I don't know. I have no idea.
LeBron James arrogant knows no bounds. I went to LeBron James of doctors, foot doctors, and he told me I had the Wolverine powers. Like, this man is so hilarious to me. I don't know how y'all don't get the comedy of this guy. That he really does. You don't see the narcissism. I've never heard Patrick Mahomes in a commercial be like, "This is State Farm. It's the Patrick Mahomes of insurance companies. Come to it." Like, no one does that, man. LeBron James, no one says the LeBron James of anything. I've never heard anybody be like, "Yeah, man, he's the LeBron James of dentists. This is LeBron James of soaps." This, LeBron, just because they do that with Jordan, you're not gonna change and make everybody say they want to be the LeBron James or something. No one wants to be known for flopping and excuse making. No one does this. No one wants to be LeBron-esque. I hate to break that to you. No one wants to be LeBron-esque. I bet that doctor was like, "Dang, man, what an insult. I couldn't be the Michael Jordan of doctors. I had to be the LeBron James of doctors? Really? Man, I need to go back to school." This man saying I don't get past the first page in college. Like, how would I ever pass any test? I stay on the first page. Your professor tell you, go read chapter 1. I did. I read the page and it said chapter 1 on the page. Anyway, let's continue.
The one thing that I know for sure, that I've been a part of 2 teams that's won the 2 hardest championships in NBA league history. The 2016 Cavs coming back from 3-1 versus 73-9 team, being down 3-1 versus one of the best teams that ever been assembled.
2-time MVP.
2-time MVP. And then what we went through in the bubble.
Man, LeBron and a lot of these NBA players kind of irritate me, I'm not gonna lie. When they sit here and act as if they're military members. Whenever they was going through the bubble, that was the thing that popped in my mind. I'm looking like, here I am, a guy that served in the Air Force, whose father served in the Army and was away from home, fighting for our country. I've been away from home, fighting for our country. I know guys that went to Iraq and Afghanistan, fighting for our country. We were all away from our families for extended periods of time, whether it was basic training, AIT/tech school. Those in the Air Force is tech school. Or if we just got stationed overseas. When I went to Korea, I was away from my family for over a year. And the impact that has on your family, the impact that has on your mental state. Guys have seen things. You know, I've lost a few brothers that have committed suicide and all of that because of the tax that it takes on your mind when you lose people or you watch things like that. So for him to act as if, and other players to act as if this bubble was like World War II or something like that, like the war in Iraq or something like that, it's puzzling to me, because I'm like, I can't relate to what you're talking about. I can relate to what it's like to be away from my family, to be in a situation where I know that a war can pop off at any time, to have to train for that. But I cannot relate to being in a luxurious Disney bubble, getting paid millions of dollars to play pickup ball every single day, and you want me to sit there and act like that's the most difficult championship ever. Like, you guys are full of it. You guys are full of it. I don't care what NBA player gets upset with me if they see this video. I don't care if Gilbert Arenas sees this or whoever. You cannot tell me that being in a bubble is far more difficult than what military members do, what police do, what people in everyday lives. We all were affected by COVID-19, not just basketball players, but the fact that you guys talking about crowds and stuff. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl. He played in a situation with minimum crowds. Like, you guys do this on a regular basis. Stop acting like you're doing something that is out of the ordinary. Like, you never played pickup ball. Any of us guys that play basketball, whether it's professional, AAU, like I play AAU and I played when I was in the military. We know what it's like to play when there's nobody watching us, and we know what it's like to play in front of a crowd. Like, it's not this major, humongous difference like they're making it to be. Like, oh my goodness, what can we do without the fans? Like, you had dudes out there balling. And the fact that you were pushing for it, LeBron, it's not like you were one of the guys that's like, yeah, this thing is taking a toll on me mentally. You were one of the guys that were actually pushing for it. You were one of the guys that's actually, this is why I call him LeNarrative, because he's always changing the narrative. This shows your insecurity. This is why people look at you and say, this dude is not better than Jordan. Because if you truly believed, and your fan base truly believed that you were better than Jordan, you wouldn't have to pull this Superman's cape. Your resume would say it all. Your wins, your victories, what you were able to do for the game is enough said. You don't have to go back to 1988 and find tapes to try to diminish a man's defensive player of the year. And even if you want to say LeBron had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, right.
His fan base does it for him. Even if you want to make the argument that LeBron James isn't behind these narratives, which we know he is, because there's plenty of evidence of you rewriting history. Minimum guys, this whole video shows you him rewriting history. Your fan base is a reflection of you. Your fan base will go as far. I had a guy in my comments, and I'm gonna post the video in the description. You can go check it out for yourself. That tried to tell me that Jordan did not get a steal and a block. 43-50. This man gets a steal. He tries to give credit to Charles Oakley. Jordan clearly stole the ball.
Hook in the lane, in and out. Gilmore the rebound, knocked away and stolen by Jordan. Michael Jordan out on the drive into the front court. Takes it in on Minifield to Pippen for the layup. Brings it up on the drive, right corner Bird, fakes on Sellers, drives the lane, scoops for Perry. She traveled, no call. Jordan blocks the shot, McHale gets it.
There's no denying it. I want you to check if I'm wrong. This is how confident I am. If I'm wrong, I will make an apology video to this guy direct. I want all y'all to go review it and tell me. Go to the exact point in the video, 4350, and see, did Jordan get that steal? I also post when he got his block. The dude didn't even have enough in him to understand that this was not the game that Tom Haberstroh was talking about. The guy that made the video said it was not the video that Tom Haberstroh was talking about. The guy that made the video. Y'all know FYF Sports? He himself said, this is not that video. He said that. He posted the description the date that it was. The games that Tom Haberstroh were talking about were home games. Were the Bulls at home? Or were they playing in Boston? They even post in the video, if you watch the video carefully, the commentators talk about when he had the 50 points and the 5 steals in the block. They talk about that game. He did it a couple nights before. He did it on March 18th. The video that the guy sent me is from March 20th. And he's sitting here telling me things that did not happen in that game. What are you talking about with Charles Oakley? Like, what video are you talking about? Are you talking about the 10 steal game with that little short video clip where they don't even show the full game? Like, what are you talking about? And this is what I mean. His fan base rewrites history. They go back and try to, you guys didn't even do the research. A lot of you guys sit there and act like you're basketball experts, that you know how to count stats, that you know what you're talking about, yet you don't. You show it when you make comments that sit there and try to tell me about 5 steals, and I'm like, dude, that's not the game.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
That's not the game. That is not the game at all. If you had actually watched the video, you would have saw that that was not the game. They mentioned the game where he dropped 50. They mentioned it in the game. So what you thought they was talking about the future? They was predicting what Jordan was going to do this game. He's going to drop 50 and get 5 steals in this game. No, they weren't predicting history. They was telling you what had already happened.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Yet this dude has the audacity, the unmitigated gall to put into question my basketball IQ, my basketball knowledge, when you yourself did not watch the video. What you did was, you saw the title of the video, you saw the description where he was talking about Tom Haberstroh, and you assumed that was that video, and then you started counting steals that didn't even make sense, logical sense. This is what his fan base does. This is what LeBron's fan base does. When the left hand, that we done with the 90s, didn't work and that trend died, when I made that video called Total Bull that debunked what y'all were talking about, guess what you did? You came up with something else.
Ah, boy, here we go.
You cannot refute what Jordan did. As much as you guys tried, guys in there, it's out there on YouTube. No, it's not. Uncut Hoops told you this. I told you this. It's no full games. The games that he picked are games that are not available to be truly reviewed by guys like myself that can post the videos and tell you where he got these steals and blocks to refute his point. He doesn't even sound sure in the article. Then he makes a concerted effort to say that stuff doesn't happen today because the NBA has made all these changes and things are under more scrutiny than they've ever been before. Which lets you know it's an agenda. You guys have an agenda. And when you're wrong, you don't even admit when you're wrong. You guys are so arrogant, so pompous, so condescending that you can't be like, yeah, dude, that is the wrong game. You're right. You didn't watch the video yourself, because if you watched it, you yourself would not have sent it to me. You would have had enough sense in your brain to say, this is not the video. This is from a different game a couple nights later. This is from March 20th. FYF Sports tells you the dates in the description. Then I tell you the stats. Then I send you the box score. Then I send you the date with the box score. And then I disprove what you were saying. And you still are not man enough to say, hey man, I was wrong. So you guys have full permission to roast me in the comments. If you go check out that video and go click on my timestamps and see, was I making stuff up? Or do I know what I'm talking about? Because trust me, I do the research. I'm not just some YouTuber sitting here recording myself and just making up things and just talking. When I speak, it's because I know what I'm speaking of. It's because I have done the homework, because I have done the research, and I have video evidence to back what I'm saying. So that's the thing about LeBron. Dude, we can go back and watch that 2011 finals. It was your fault.
It's your fault. Your fault. Your fault. Your fault.
It was your fault. You can't blame anybody else. You can't blame the minimum guys. You can't blame the referees. You can't blame replay center. You can't blame your mama. You can't say that one of your teammates was with her. You can't use none of that. You can't say that you had to be put like all these different things, excuses that he's always coming out with. That's not a red flag to y'all. What great player? We don't hear these excuses made for Jordan or about Jordan. We don't hear Jordan coming out making excuses. You know, I didn't have the Hall of Famers on my team to overcome those Celtics. He doesn't say that. You don't hear his fan base saying that. We understood. What's understood is understood. LeBron James had the squad and he lost. He has had the squad and he has failed. Even when he had the team, he has failed. He's come up short. And every single time, like clockwork, this man makes up a new narrative and a new excuse. His whole podcast is about him rewriting history. It's not about him spitting facts. It's not about him teaching you basketball. It's about him going back with JJ Redick to rewrite history. And then they spend their time tearing down all these past legends. And that's not a red flag to you guys. You should be ashamed of yourself. Real talk. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Nigga, you gotta be ashamed of yourself, nigga. Real talk. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. All as you is.
The fact that you guys are that desperate, but you want to call us desperate. I don't have to go back through history to discredit LeBron. All I have to do is pull up clips from recent memory. Pull up clips of games that he has played recently where this man has come up short, where he's turned over the ball, where he was given rebounds that he shouldn't have got. That stuff still happens to this day. You guys really want to believe that the NBA all of a sudden, like, we gonna clean up our image and we gonna be by the book. If the NBA was like that then, it's even more so now because they are in a desperate spot. Your all-star game ratings going down. Your finals ratings going down. You need LeBron. In your minds, that's who you need, LeBron. We need a guy that's so polarizing that people can't just turn off. You guys don't understand this. Why do you have, I've never seen a concerted effort by media members to discredit what somebody has accomplished already. I've never seen it, not in football, not in boxing, not in no other sport have I ever seen people make this concerted effort to go back and rewrite history. That's what you're doing. That's what's pissing off people. It's not pissing off people that Jordan is being exposed. He's not being exposed. You guys are exposing yourselves. Because the one thing that LeBron couldn't get over Jordan, that's the one person that you have chosen to go back through history and try to diminish. And you do this time and time and time again. You want to talk about the Paxson shot. You want to talk about Steve Kerr. You want to talk about these dudes. They missed those shots. They're going to game 7. So if you truly believe that teammates are allowed to make shots, then that shouldn't even be an argument. You're arguing against yourself. Don't try to use what we use. Don't try to almost stoop to their level because you're not really stooping. But let's just say that you believe it. If that's what you believe, then how are you going to make that argument against Jordan? Okay, his teammates made shots. That's fine. No one is criticizing LeBron for passing the ball if the dude is wide open. People criticize LeBron because in moments where he should step up, when he's hot, in 2018, in game 1, where dude looked like he couldn't miss. He's had one of the best games of his career. The dude passes the ball to a guy that can easily be blocked, and a defender can just draw onto him, rather than pulling up over a shorter guy. You're hot. Go ahead and pull that shot. But he got to make the right basketball play. These are the things that we see over and over and over and over again. You're not supposed to be blaming minimum guys. You say you're the greatest player to ever play the game. So that's all on you. That's not on the minimum guys. That's on LeBron James. And if it's on you, stand by it. Don't say it's on me and then right after you make it a caveat. That's like somebody apologizing. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. That's on me. But if you hadn't, that's what the people do. That's what some people do. They're not giving a sincere apology. They're not really taking on the accountability. They're still trying to blame somebody else. Just because you say the words, I'm sorry, doesn't mean you're sorry. What shows that you're sorry is your actions, a change in behavior. What shows that you're really taking accountability is you don't find a caveat to blame other people. Yeah, it's my fault, but if you hadn't, then I would not have. That's not taking responsibility. To his credit, he did say no. To his credit, he still had a caveat. So that just nullifies the whole point that it's on you. If it's on you, it's on you. Point blank, period. There's no buts. There's no if-onlys. No, it's on you. You made it to the finals because not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. Because you had a team that was good enough to win championships. And you yourself admitted this. So that's all I got to say, man. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Like, subscribe. And if you really enjoy my content, share it. And y'all take care.